What is up, everybody? My name's Matt, and welcome back to another Zombie Video Sunday. We're getting that name down a lot easier. And tonight, we are going to be reacting to Dying Light the Beast gameplay premiere trailer that was revealed during the Summer Game Fest, like a couple weeks ago. And when I tell you, I have never been more hyped for a game until this game. I love Dying Light 1. Controversially, I love Dying Light 2. There's no doubt I would not love this game. This will be the first Dying Light game that I'll actually know. Vice versa. Rewind. Second Dying Light game that I would have recorded on the channel, because back then, like a year ago, we streamed some Dying Light stuff. I think it was mainly just using the zombie mode, which, let me tell you, if that zombie mode comes back for Dying Light the Beast, which I think I've heard it will, then we will be... There's going to be like a whole mini series just on me doing that. Let's be real here. Like, I'm probably going to like stream that freaking thing like a couple weeks. We'll figure stuff out around that when it comes out. But for now, let's get into the trailer. If you have not seen the trailer, what are you doing? It's been out for 3 weeks. Catch up. We are going to watch the trailer. I will say little reactions during it. I'll try not to pause. And then we'll go and rewind on some stuff. I think I watched it once like 3 weeks ago, but I can't fully remember. So let's get right into it. Woo! Oh my gosh. The freaking mountain. How much you want to bet we can climb that mountain? Oh, I gotta turn. There you go.
What can you tell me about the Baron?
He's a narcissistic sociopath. He's experimenting on humans like they're lab rats.
Oh my gosh.
God only knows what the Baron's planning to do with those monsters.
Oh, the subway.
I don't care how high his walls are, or how big his army is. That fucker will pay for what he did to me. All the years he took from me, all the agony he put me through.
You want revenge?
Damn right I do!
Good gosh. Woo! Good, good. My goodness gracious, that looked freaking insane. There's a couple bits I want to kind of go back on for a second here. Like, freaking, it was over by here. I know it was somewhere here. Hold on, we're finding it. Was it before the... well, I will just say it if I can't find the freaking thing. It was, that volatile. I think it was around here.
On humans like they're lab rats.
First of all, like, look at this. Like, this kind of just shows you we're gonna get something new because, like, everyone has mainly brought attention to the volatile and stuff because, like, obviously new variants. But this pretty much shows we're getting new variants of the standard ones too, which is gonna make things harder. Like, this kind of reminds me with how it's crawling. It kind of reminds of like a crossbreed between like one of the ones I'm not remembering right now and like the weird child ones in Dying Light 2 that like ran and then threw stuff at you. Kind of like the mix of like the freaking spitter and stuff. This. I'm never going out at night. I am just going to point that out there. I am never going to touch nighttime in the game. I will now permanently sleep. 2 times XP is not worth it because of this guy right here. Like, you could just be parkouring and not paying attention, and then you just see blue at the corner of your eye, and then you just know it's too late. You just know it's too late. But between this guy and this guy right here, freaking it makes me wonder if they do the new thing, if that means we're gonna get new classes for new variants. Also, who in their right mind sat down and went, you know what? Let's just hurt the community some more, and let's throw the Hulk. Oh, too far. Let's do the Hulk and then freaking Thor over here. Freaking Thor. Like, who thought that? Like, give them a raise and fire them at the same time. Let's see. I think this kind of shows we're getting cars again, which it might have showed that somewhere else, but I think this just means we're gonna be like the following and get driving back, which I'm pretty sure he drove earlier in this freaking later in this trailer too. Do not know what this is. Did not even meet to click into this part, but now I am more curious because like, what are you, and why are you stuck to the wall? Unless it's like those facilities, like those dark zones. I think this is just a regular variant of the volatile, which is still freaking scary. Okay, here's another look at the Hulk and guns. I will say, unpopular opinion, I liked how they made it to where there was no more guns in the one place because they took them all. I believe that was the lore. They ended up just taking all the guns away. And I like that for the fact of it was new. It made you use crossbows and stuff, which was like an amazing variation of it. Freaking, I love the that it's Crane. I love that we're going back to Crane. I think, now, hear me out. Dying Light 2 was not the best, okay? But I think if the voice actor of Aiden did not sound almost identical to Crane, the game would have been loved a lot more. I think just the fact that Aiden sounded so much like Crane that nobody really gave the game that much of a chance because they almost immediately found something they didn't like, and that was he immediately sounded like Crane. You got used to it eventually, but at the start it was like, brother. Also, this whole scene, like, look at that. See how he's jumping? This makes me feel like we're gonna get the same parkour animations as the second game, which is, I don't care. I loved the second game's parkour more than the first. It felt more fluid than the first. Like, the first was like, because the first was you were a GRE scientist, not scientist, but like person, and you had to go out. You were athletic and stuff, but you didn't really know parkour that much. Except for the second one with Aiden, parkour is all you know how to get around, so it was a lot more fluid. It would make sense now that Crane's picked up that fluidity, especially with his ability. Yeah, driving. Fluid showed up eventually. Freaking, the map looks insane. I wonder if we can climb that mountain up there. I would not put it past them. And then, let's wrap it all up. I love how this is like Vendetta Crane too. Like, this is going to be the most ruthless Crane we've seen. But we're going to look at the most replayed version, and for good reason, which is that. Look at that. That shows, because Crane, if you didn't watch the following, Crane got turned into a volatile at the end of Dying Light the following. Everybody thought the story ended there. But I believe the story they're going with this one is that the Baron tested on him, and now Crane goes from, like, I think he's a human, but then, like, has volatile abilities. If they can use that better than how the second one, because the second one, you had a zombie abilities. I don't think it was necessarily volatile, but it was whatever you got experimented with, you had moments to where you can use it. My thing is, we only had like 3 moments in that game where you were able to use it. Near the start, near the middle, and at the end. If the Crane of Power is a lot more usable, then I feel like this is going to be a great addition. It'll suck if it's more story locked. Like, imagine this looks like it'd be a story mission, kind of like surrounded by a boss fight. Like, this doesn't seem like something you just stumble upon. This looks like a planned boss fight. So as long as like these abilities isn't stuck behind story missions, we'll be set. Yeah, and the game comes out August 22nd, 2025. I'll be dropping my pre-order here shortly in a couple weeks, and then I will make sure that we hop right on this. As soon as it comes out that night, we'll be dropping a video. I will say, this will be the next zombie story mode game after The Last of Us, And since I am not confident in the ability that we can finish another story mode game after The Last of Us, we will be heavily focused on one story mode game until August 22nd. Because until August 22nd, I do not feel comfortable starting another story mode game, because then I feel like we'd have to stop. That might change, but just so you know, that's probably what's going to happen. So yeah, props to Dying Light. They're amazing at waiting like half a decade and then dropping a banger. You know, this one hasn't had much background problems like the second one did, so we shouldn't have as much problems with complaints in this one. So if you guys enjoyed and are excited for Dying Light the Beast, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!